Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Honolulu. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday, or whatever it is where you are. So I heard these guys leave about 3:30. I can hear them from my office. And I was just finished setting up. I was about to step off the truck to find my hat. And I heard over the ATC 4 Raptors in the overhead. So I went live. I hope you guys don't mind. A little bit early. So we're in a slightly different location. So I'll show you this in a second. But that's why it may seem like we're a little farther away, but we're not that much farther away. But I'll show you where we're at here in a minute. I gotta get 1 or 2 things plugged in, and then I need to find my hat because I'm staring into the sun. I'm going to give up on my hat for a minute because they're sending a bunch of planes out. So as you can tell, they're going out on 8 left. I don't know if you can tell that in the camera shot. So as you can see, we're at a little different camera location this afternoon. And the sun is going to be in front of us the whole time. So it's going to be an adventure, but we're going to see how this works. We've done this location in the past, and it has its pluses and minuses. So the pluses is we can see all the way down the 4s. So there we can see straight down the 4s. Anything coming in to land on the 4s, we can see. Which we usually cannot see. Usually gets blocked by the terminal or the hangars over there when we're at our normal location. And we can still see all the way down 8 left. The taxiway blocks a little of the shot, but not too bad. We are about probably 300 feet, maybe or so further back, which isn't that huge of a deal. I'll show you on the map where we are. It's not that far from where we usually set up. So hello, Kirsten. Saw Brandon in here a little bit ago. Thank you both for being here. Kelvin was the first one in the house I saw. Jonathan McD is here. Hello, Jonathan. Uncle Plane Guy. CFI on the fly is here. Everybody making the transition to the afternoon with me. Gucci Boomer's here. Kawhi Blossom. Thanks all for being here. Travis is here. Robbie's here. Hello, Robbie. So the reason we don't do this location a lot, and we've only done it a handful of times, like I said, you can see all the way down the 4s, and you can see where's that guy going? No, he's not. He must be going over to the hangar because he doesn't have a thing. But this building right here, this Hertz rental car sales building, blocks our view from most of what's happening on 8 right. So that's why we normally don't stream up here. That's not going to be a problem tonight because 8 right is closed. The reef runway is closed. That's why we're up here on an afternoon show. So let's go over here. And we will go to this thing and we'll go here. So normally we are right here at this intersection right here. We've only moved there, so we're not that far. So if I don't know if I can zoom in a little bit. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Whoa, that didn't work. So let's try zooming in. Catch up. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now we go. So normally we're right here, and today we are right there. So it gives us a better angle on the 4 runways, 4 left and 4 right. just do a refresh on that. Yeah, it's not going to work. There we go. So the reef runway is down here. That is 8 left, 26, 8 right, 26 left. That is closed from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. this whole week. It ends Monday morning. So there's a shot we might do this again. They are doing work on the taxiways. So Romeo 1 through 6, I think it is out there. The Romeo taxiways. They're doing work on that, and that leaves if they're doing work on all the taxiways, it leaves no room to get the planes on and off the reef runway, so they're closing it, like I said, 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. So that's this runway right here. So all the arrivals should come in on 8 left right here, or 4 right there. And I would imagine all the heavy departures will go out this way, because they will not do heavy departures on 4 right, because that puts you right into the mountain, and I'm pretty sure they don't want you landing there. So as you can see, we're right by the rental car lot. So if you need an SUV or a little tiny smart car, I think Hertz can hook you up. They got plenty of stuff here for you to peruse. I know Mrs. Reverse Ops is looking for a new car. They can get one over here. So Alvinor R2 is coming with a $2 super sticker. It says, "Hey you. Hey you. Out there on the road, getting lonely, getting old." But thank you, Alvinor. I really appreciate that. That's a big help. So that's where we're at today. See the 717 item level I missed going into that shot there. So we're a little farther over, a little farther back, but I want to catch, they're going to do some of the arrivals on 4 right, so I wanted to make sure we catch those. If you hate it, if you guys, you know, I'm a democracy. Well, I'm not really a democracy. I'm more of a listen-tatorship. I'll listen to you, but I'm still in charge. So a listen-tatorship. I'm gonna have to patent that. But I'll listen. If you guys hate this location, we'll move over. We'll try moving over to the other place. I didn't check and see if my parking space is good over there, so who knows. Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? I don't know. Yeah, like I said, this is a pretty good location. It's even better in the morning when the sun is behind you, but except for you can't see the departures really off. You can see them once they're way in the air, but we don't get that shot through the palm trees at the end of the road that I like so much. So we got a couple planes heading out there now. The next one out coming is going to be a United. This one's heading off to SFO. This is a MAX 9. Behind it we'll have a Delta 7-6. There's also a Hawaiian 330 heading out to Pago Pago, and a Japan Airlines headed off to Tokyo Haneda. Those are all planes that normally would venture out to the reef runway most of the time. Maybe that 737 would go out this side. But most of the time, all those planes would head out to the reef runway. But today, we get them almost completely overhead. This is the 7 thing. Thanks again, Alvinor. And One thing I noticed in the past, I don't know if we're going to be able to notice it tonight with the sun in front of us, is this angle, because we're shooting over a little more grass, gives us a little less heat haze on the runway. But I don't know how much we're going to notice that today. There's a plane coming in. Let's see what that is. Oh, that's a Coletta Air 777. I didn't see that on the manifest list. That's cool. Oh, Kelvin's got my usual spot this morning. That's cool. Judah? No, I do not. They, you talk about the brand new one that's only been out a little while? Yeah, they approached me a couple months ago, but I don't use an iPhone, and it's iPhone only, so I had to turn them down. Probably should have bought an iPhone. I see other people are doing ads for them now, so maybe I should have bought an iPhone and sucked it up. For this stream that we're on right here, I use a scanner that's behind me, an actual scanner. For the other stream that's going over on our companion channel, HNL Ops, that is a scanner sitting in my living room. Hello, Ken. Good to see you. I think we're going to have something start to move this way. Let's back over here. There's one there. This is the Delta I was telling you. This one's heading off to Tokyo Haneda. MXC for Life, it was good. We had a good time. We had some Italian food, and she had a salad with mozzarella cheese and some chicken or something. It's good. It's always good to hang out with Mrs. You guys should try it sometimes. It's really good to hang out with Mrs. Reverse Hop. In fact, she just got off work 5 minutes ago. So she should be on her way down here. She's going to come down and join us. So, I don't know where this Japan Airlines is going. He crossed over. There's a that one heading off to Tokyo Haneda. That runway's closed. I don't know why they're sending them all the way down there. I don't know what's going on. Oh. I don't know what flight radar is doing there. Oh, maybe he's turning around. He might be turning around down there to come in from the other side. I don't know. Hello, Edmund. Good to see you. Oh, we got Gabriel in the house. Hello, Gabriel. If the title of the video is wrong, it's probably something. It's probably I was in a hurry and didn't change it. Let's see. Sometimes I do that. Let's see. Edit. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. Save. Alright. I think it's fixed now. Sorry about that. It's got a lot of planes over here on the hard ramp. We still have Singapore. I don't know why that didn't leave yet. I thought that would have left by now. There's our resident MD-11, one of the three. This is the Prime Air 330. This is actually one of the ones operated by Hawaiian Airlines that apparently caused a kerfuffle when they didn't. Someone didn't read the contract before they bought the airline, because the people up there in Washington were very annoyed with the contract they had for these Amazon Prime delivery flights. They were like, you blindsided us. We didn't know about it. If you didn't know, that's your fault. You buy an airline, you buy a company, you get the company's contracts, and you can't whine about it later that you didn't know. Hello, Ted. How you doing? Ted K has come in with a $10 super chat. Hello from Connecticut. Ooh, getting late there in Connecticut. But thanks for staying up late with us, Ted. Says aloha from Connecticut. Thanks for the evening show. I like these evening shows. I wish we could do them more often. But with my work schedule, it's kind of hard. Now that UH baseball season is over and the nights are getting longer and Leon is getting larger, I think we could probably start doing a few more of these, maybe on a Sunday night. Have to see how that goes. It's hard to do them during the week because I don't get off till 6:30 or 7, depending on what day it is. And then Friday night's out because I work, and then Saturday's out because I usually do a Saturday show. Sunday's out because I'm usually just friggin' exhausted. But maybe now that UH baseball's over and we get a little more leeway with the light sun hours, we can do a few more of these. I know they're popular for certain people in certain time zones. Twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, but it's not every day. I think it used to be twice a week. I never see it in the morning, so I don't remember exactly. I think that's a Southwest heading over there. Oh no, that's a FedEx. How could I confuse that? That's a FedEx triple. How could I confuse that with a Southwest? Ooh, we have a C-17 Tiger 2-1 lit up on Hickam ramp. Maybe we'll get a C-17 departure overhead. Oh, thanks for tuning in, Karen. I appreciate it. Farid's here. Hello. That's my problem. CFI on the fly. I enjoy what I do, both this and my day job. That's either a 737 300 or 400. I can't tell the difference. 400 maybe. I'm gonna flip to this other camera for a half second. Give you guys a view of that. Thanks again, Ted. I appreciate it. We're going to make a slight adjustment on the camera. My 4th show since Saturday, so we're burning the candle at both ends here. Kelvin, they were in the conference tournament. Unfortunately, they got knocked out. I didn't check back to see who actually won the conference tournament because I was bummed. Hello, Felix. Karen, I will not trade you for 10 degrees centigrade. I don't even know what that is, but that sounds cold. right now, I think, let me see what the temperature is right here. It's a nice day today. Today is very, my app crashed. It's 83 degrees right now. We have a nice, nice trade wind going right now, so that's coming from my back, north-northeast. So it's keeping me nice and cool. There is something coming in. Oh, that's a 717, I think it is. Ooh. We're gonna go away from the 717 though, and we're gonna see if we could take this guy over here. So we're gonna find him in the sky. Okay, where is he? Just above that. Where is he? Over Tripler. Over Tripler. There's Tripler. There he is. Look at that guy. That guy means business there. Oh, we got Butcher. Oh, Butch. Weren't you? These at names drive me insane. Were you B Butcher before the at name fiasco? I apologize. When everybody changes to the at names, I get confused. All these late night streams for me in East Tennessee. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks for being a 13-month member. Butch BR73. Okay, I'm going to go over here and take the... Yes. Ah, good. That was... Memory is almost intact. Sounds like someone's playing horseshoes behind me. Another plane coming in. It's a 737. Oh, it's a 321, I think. It's an American 321. This might be the flight I was on the other day. Hello, Ken. Just got back from San Antonio last night. Did you have fun on the river walk? I think I saw some of your photos. 2 nights in a hotel. Loud horns blaring for hours. San Antonio Spurs win. All right. Well, I am not a San Antonio Spurs win, but I am less of an Oklahoma City fan. Sorry, Josh. But honestly, I don't care about I don't care about basketball at all. I just have more friends who are Spurs fans. So that's just the way it goes. All right, so the next one out should be either a FedEx triple or a 717. The FedEx triple is heading off to Oakland. The 717 is heading off to Maui. 2 completely different locations. If that wasn't obvious enough. He looked like he went around, Kelvin, he kind of looked like he went around Salt Lake and was hovering over Aiea and then went towards Pearl City. Kind of followed the freeway, maybe. Sorry, it's a plane. What do you want? I'm looking at icons on a thing. I'm not clicking on anything. And I'm 2 miles away. I don't like clicking on the plane every time, leaving it click, because it takes up half the screen. So I click on it, see where it's going, unclick it right away. So. And to be honest, we're really not here for me to give accurate play-by-play. We're here for the planes, so as long as you know. One of these days I'll get my hat. Probably right about the time the sun goes down. Yeah, there's a couple of them up there. I just had one go the other way. But as you know, there's helicopters all over the darn island. Not as many as Kauai. Kauai might take the cake on helicopter tours. Yeah, I never really got into basketball, and the only reason I can think of is they score too much. And I always hated that they go up for a score at 2 minutes into the game, score 2 points, and act like they just won the NBA title. It's just, of course, now all the sports are getting like that. Guy hits a triple in the first inning and he's celebrating like he just got the MVP. So every sport's getting like that. It's just me, an old man yelling at a cloud, Whoa. good to see you. There's ones waiting at the other end, or waiting for a Southwest to come in. Behind that, there's a 717 from Lehue coming in. Where's that guy going? What is he doing out there? Oh, that guy's going. Oh, that guy's going to Lehue from Denver. You're quite welcome, Troy Otto. I appreciate you being here and watching on the replays. I watch a lot of other streamers on replays because the time zones don't work out here. Like I can't remember the last time I saw Wellington Flights live. I always catch them on the replay, but that's neither here nor there. Says Reverse Ops, thanks for the late stream. I don't usually get to watch live during the week. Thanks again. And thank you for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate it. So sorry about not having the 360 camera up tonight. I got out of work a little later than I thought I was going to get out, and I just didn't have time to put it up. It's a simple thing, but for some reason it takes like 15 minutes to put up every time. I need to streamline that. Oh, nice, Island Aviation. I need to get over there and get one of those. You gotta watch it. I think they're closed on Mondays or Tuesdays, so make sure you check their hours before you go up there. Was halfway through a thought, and then I kind of squirrel. Thanks again, Troy. Oh yeah, the 360 camera. I need to streamline that because it's simple, but it's complex all at the same time. And it's complex because I need to use a very specific. Oh, we have a Mrs. Reverse Ops sighting. I need to use a very specific encoder, and I need to have the cables all done, and it needs a fan to keep the camera cool, or else the camera overheats. It has a specific internet connection that's separate from this internet connection. It's just it's very particular, and it takes about half the time of me setting up in the morning fits in with the 360 camera. Hello. Hi. Can you find my hat? Oh. We got Luke in the house. Hello, the randoms. He's randomly here, the random spotter. Hello, Luke. Code share crew for life. I need to make a fancy graphic like our good friend Walt has, the other member of the Code share crew. So you think you can drive one of those? Yeah, it's for sale. That thing is monstrous.
I love that. Wonder how much it is.
Well, it's probably got 1 billion miles on it. And it's been beat up as a rental car. What?
How's it going?
It's going okay. I'm misidentifying planes, staring into the sun. You know, it's a normal day. No, because in the I can't see the screens. I think that one there is. I'm trying to get the angles correct here, but I think this one's the southwest. That's going to eventually. Pardon me. Eventually head to Lehue. That 7-6 heading off to Oakland that was disguised as a 777 earlier is about to leave. It looks like it's on the runway down there. Oh, thanks, Butcher. We've done that, Adidas. We've done that a couple times on road shows. We've done some drive arounds. Here, we did our Christmas members only stream. Driving around with the 360 camera. We did it in, I think we did it in Berlin.
We should do it this summer on the North Shore.
Yeah, where there's no internet. Yeah. The problem with the driving around thing is you got to pick a place that you're relatively positive is going to have internet the whole way. Alright, so there's the 777-6 right here. Office is now car shopping. I am. Okay, hold on one second. I gotta mute the stream. Gotta mute the stream. Hi. What?
Were you talking to me? Or
No, I'm talking to Jansen.
No.
I had a phone call. Sorry, I had a work phone call I needed to take.
Did you unmute yourself?
Yes, I think. Next one out should be Aloha Air Cargo. Hey, Mrs. Reverse Ops. Mrs. Reverse Ops. Hey, Huey. There's something in the side bag. There's a phone and something else in the side pocket of my black bag in the truck. Can you grab it? No, in the truck. She can't wait a second, can she? She's like a 5-year-old. Patience, Padawan. Patience. Alright, come here. Bopping around. Sorry, I bought a new toy to try. Can you feel it?
Yeah. It's cold.
Yeah. It's not even as cold as it's going to get. Alright, next one out is the Southwest, heading off to Lehue. That's the one we saw earlier. That's, oh, 2-pack. This one's going to Hilo. Sorry, this one's going to Hilo. And then we have the one going there. So what do you think? No, but you don't wear it like that. What are you trying? I tell you. It did get colder. You didn't feel it getting colder? Oh boy.
We'll have to try it when it's really hot.
Tell you. So I'll show you after this plane what I'm talking about, what Mrs. Reverse Ops is confused about. She's trying to wear it wrong. I don't know what she's trying to do. So let's move back in. Alright, so this is what I bought here, this little thing here. Right here. You wear it on your back. So you put it over your shoulders like this. Tuck it under your shirt. Right, like that. So you have it back there underneath your shirt, and it presses against your back, and it's got that little Peltier cooling device, so it uses the same technology that some CPU coolers use, and it cools down a metal block, and it presses that against your back, and it cools you down. In fact, it's cooling me down right now. And you can control it all with your fancy app on your phone, which unfortunately I had to sideload the app because the product is not out in the United States. So I had to buy it from eBay Japan, and had it shipped over here. So I had to sideload the app because the app wouldn't work on my phone. So it was a bunch of work to get it to work, but I don't know. It seems to be pretty good. I might need to fiddle with this a little bit to get it to stay, but not too bad. It's
I can still feel the cold
yeah,
after it's off.
yeah. So I don't know how it'll work in a 110 degree heat, but in this mid 80s temperature, it's not too bad. Mrs. Reverse Ops is telling you to subscribe because she's obsessed with 25,000, and we're very close to 25,000 subscribers. So she wants us to hit that 25,000 tonight. I don't know if we're going to do it. We got 110 to go, maybe. So can we get 100? I don't know if there's even 110 people here today. We're very close. 101. No thanks. That's why I moved away from. That's one of the reasons I never went back to Texas here because the weather is amazing. 99% of the time. So what I'm not going to tell Mrs. Reverse Ops is this thing actually also heats. It's a heater. So if I give it to her, I'll never get it back.
Oh yeah, because I'll use it at work.
Yeah. And it gets pretty warm. I tried the warm. Yeah, I couldn't really tell how cool it was getting in the AC at work, but the heat got pretty hot. You want to try the heat?
No, not right now. Although I am getting cold.
Yeah. So this is Hawaiian Airlines coming in from Seattle. This one here, this 330. Thanks, Centex. Yeah, that's the one thing YouTube really needs to fix, Centex, is that tagging on mobile devices. When they added everybody to the ats, when everybody started appearing in ats, I thought for sure that's what they were working on, but nope. So, Kirsten says y'all in the chat are being too chill, and you need to step it up in it. She's not feeling tested as a mod. She wants her mod skills tested. So, step that up a little bit. Apparently, Kirsten wants to do a little bit of work tonight instead of just hanging out. So this is the first of 2 American shorty Dreamliners we're going to get tonight. This is heading off to DFW. I think Kirsten's gonna ban me. You can see the tail of one of the other 2 MD-11s we have here on the right side of this picture. We have 3 of them here. I think somebody over here just aborted their takeoff. Let's see. I don't know who it is. I think it was somebody on 4 left. I don't see the plane though. Yeah, I can't. I don't know where he is. He aborted his takeoff, and I can't find his little tiny Cessna. Hello, Jeffrey. Hope you're having a good night as well. Our good friend Jonathan McD has gifted 1 reverse ops membership. Looks like Karen is the recipient, so if you're still here, please join me in thanking Jonathan McD. Get a month's worth of channel membership on him. You get to use all the emojis and join us over in that feisty Discord channel. Members only section over there. You also get access, as well as all the channel members, to free shipping at the Reverse Ops Shop, so reverseopsshop.com. look for the code in the post section of my YouTube page, where you can get free shipping as a channel member off any order over $20. So a couple people take advantage of that this week, so thank you very much. Ken, yes it is. It's the Sony Rion something Pro. It's the new one that just came out. It just came out in Japan a couple of months ago. It's supposed to be available in the United States later this year, but I'm an instant gratification type of guy. I needed it now. And it's not super hot out here, but I do feel cooler than I did a bit ago. I don't know if we'll call it a glowing success, but I'm not better than I thought. It feels like someone having just put a cold drink on the top of your back, kind of not necessarily cools you completely, but makes you feel a little better. And I don't even think I'm on the coolest setting. Let's try the cooler setting. Manual, and let's go to 5. See what happens. Alright, so this Shorty Dreamliner is moving. So it's going to work its way out. It's going to go over our head. Well, not necessarily technically over our head. A little off to the left, but they bank to the right and gets a nice belly shot for us. Always like the belly shots. You can see that heart on the bottom of the Southwest planes that we usually don't see. Do we take the 717? I'll take the 717. Ken, let me know how that is. I've used some of their travel routers, those GL, whatever they call it, the GL something, in the past, and I was okay. I used it with my astrophotography setup, and I really liked it. And now I can't find it, and I was going to use it for this truck, but I can't find it, so I think I packed it away somewhere since I don't do the astrophotography as much anymore. Is that the Ken? Is that the one that wherever you plug it in, it makes it appear like you're on your home network? Is that the one? I know there's they have the same company, same manufacturer has one that'll do that. It's an instant VPN back to your home network, no matter what internet source you plug it into. They used to have, American used to have a, when we flew out of here a couple weeks ago, we flew on the next one. There's a second nonstop to DFW that's around 7:30 tonight. We flew on that one. They used to have a nonstop that was closer to 11. I liked that one better. Now the one closer to 11 goes through LA or Phoenix. Yeah, NordVPN can do something similar. This one is just a piece of hardware. Then there's no recurring fees on it. It's a hardware. You program the I think you have to have. I'm pretty sure you have to have some software running on your home computer to get it all to talk. But it's just a piece of hardware, but it's a one-time cost, and I'm all about the one-time cost. Don't. The only subscriptions I want are YouTube channel memberships, which I only have subscribed to a half a dozen or so other creators. I can't really tell on my monitor if you can see the heart on the bottom of the plane there now. They are the Love airline after all. So it looks like the Shorty Dreamliner will be next out. I don't see anything coming in close enough that's going to delay it. We do have a 717 coming in on the crossing runway. But before we get all that, we will thank our good friend Alvinor, R2. Sad day regarding military aviation. Ah, okay, well that is kind of, I'm a little bummed about that because I've never seen a Harrier in person. I'm a little bummed. So that the Bulldogs from Marine Corps Air Station Cherry Point retired the Harrier 2 after 45 years in service. I know a guy who was at their last demo performance, and I'm very jealous of that. I've never seen a Harrier up close. They just never put myself in the right place, and that's unfortunate. I still haven't seen a 35B take off vertical either. Maybe I'm just not a vertical guy. I am very vertically challenged. Not very, I'm kind of. Hello, Sydney. Not quite Thursday here yet. Almost. Wednesday. Just as a little housekeeping, we do have a scheduled show for tomorrow morning. And I'm going to tell you right now, don't be surprised if that moves to Friday morning. Because by the time I'm done here, I might look at myself in the mirror and think that I'm a crazy person. So we'll see. But Saturday, rest assured, Saturday we'll be here bright and early because Saturday is Air Guard Saturday. So that's the local Hawaii Air National Guard has their drill weekend. So that's, if you remember the commercials from the 80s. 2 weeks a year and 1 weekend a month. Well, this is their 1 weekend a month, so they don't fly every Guard Saturday, but more often than not. So we like to be here nice and early on Guard Saturday just in case. So hopefully we will get some fighters, maybe twice on maybe twice on Saturday. Usually if they go out once in the morning, they'll go out around 11 too. So everybody cross your fingers. Uncle Plane Guy, we will not see fighters today at night. We saw, right at the very beginning of the show, we saw them coming in from their afternoon sortie. So if you rewind it all the way right to the beginning, we saw them land right when we first went on the air, but when they do night drills, night sorties, they don't do an early morning sortie. So if you see them not doing a 8 or 9 a.m., but they do like a 1 p.m., that's a good indication that there might be night flights. And they'll do those for 1 or 2 weeks straight to get everybody qualified in their night flying, and then they'll go back to day sorties. So we had some night flights earlier this year. There should be coming up pretty soon. We should get some more. But usually the way it works is they'll do it on a Monday or Tuesday, and that means I know that means they're going to do it the rest of the week. So we'll get 1 or 2 shows. I like the ones that are in the summer because it's not pitch dark when they do that first departure. But thank you very much, Alvinor. I really appreciate the $5 super chat. Oh, we had a C5 Galaxy this morning. That's a bummed I missed that. Yeah, there was no way. My rule is don't do 3 shows in 3 days, which is why I didn't have something scheduled for this morning. But I broke my own rule because we're still technically doing 3 shows in 3 days. So we'll see. That's why I'm concerned about tomorrow, because my body might just say F you after all this. Oh, sorry. That's kind of a curse word. My body just might say no way tomorrow morning. So we'll see how it goes. But, kind of roll with the punches. Be adaptable. Alright, we'll see you later, Centex Row Productions. Have a good, and probably sleep. Well, we had, Uncle Plane Guy, we had 16 F-16s in the show on Monday and Tuesday. So I think we saw 9 go out. I think there might have been still a couple more today, but we just saw 9 earlier in the week, heading back to Colorado and New Jersey, because we're stationed in Japan for the last 9 months or so, and they were heading home. So it was the Colorado Air National Guard and the New Jersey Air National Guard, the Jersey Devils. This is the American one we saw earlier, taxiing. Pardon me. We have United coming in from Guam, about 15 minutes out. Do have a bunch of planes heading this way from the mainland. The next big one is a little far away. It's about an hour out from Denver, Colorado. I'll be on this plane in a couple of weeks. We're going to Denver for a wedding. All right, well, thanks to everybody for being here. I know this is a weird time for my shows. If you've never been to one of my shows before, you're checking this out for the first time because we're on at a convenient time for you. Welcome. My name is Patrick. The channel is Reverse Ops. We're an aviation live stream and tomfoolery channel based out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Our home airport is Daniel K. Inouye International Airport, which is right over there. It's 3 or 4 miles west of downtown Honolulu, which is right over there, on the south shore of the beautiful island of Oahu, somewhere on the eastern end of the Hawaii archipelago, right in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So while we don't have the largest amount of activity, as you can tell by the fact that I'm vamping right now, we do get a lot of cool stuff coming through here. We make up for it in just having the most awesome variety. And I'm going to say it, we have the most awesome variety of planes here at this airport. I will stack it up against almost any airport in the world. We get heavies, super heavies, unique super heavies that only come here in Tokyo. We get big cargo, little cargo, private, everything from a Cessna to a C5. We have it here. We also have the military action here, which comes from Hickam Air Force Base, which is right on the other side of the airfield. They share the runways here. So whatever your flight of fancy is, we probably can cover it here. So if you like all that stuff and you don't hate me too much, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, join us here. We usually do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday in the morning Hawaii time. We try to squeeze in a couple of other shows. We do some pretty cool members only shows, so if you'd like to become a member, or you're one of the people that were gifted a membership today or yesterday by J-Dog, make sure you look for those members only streams. They're usually a lot of fun. Our last members only stream, we stood out on the beach and watched the A380s and a C5 go right overhead. It was a lot of fun. So we do cool stuff like that. We do drive-arounds. We do road shows every once in a while. It's a lot. We have a lot of fun here. Don't take ourselves seriously at all, but we do have a serious good time. So thanks everybody for being here. Check all the stuff out, and if I lost you with any of that, all of the stuff can be, that I just mentioned, can be right here, reverseops.com/find me. That'll take you to our social medias. It'll take you to our ways to support the channel. It'll take you right back here if you get lost. All of that right there on one handy little link. Should be, if it's not your home page, it should be. But thanks everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks to all the regulars who are here and the irregulars that are here as well. Ooh, Spanish. I only know 3 phrases in Spanish. 2 of them I can't say on the stream. One of those, oh, I know 4 phrases. 2 of them I can't say on the stream. One of those 2 I can't say will get me in a fight, no matter where I am, no matter when I say it. The other 2, the ones that I could say on the stream, are Cuatro cerveza, por favor, and ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? I don't know where I just saw somebody mention Spanish class in the chat, so I went on a little bit of a tangent. Alright, so we have a Southwest and a Hawaiian coming in. That big United coming in from Guam. That is now 7 minutes out. Ooh, there's a Hercules over there by Gabriel's house. So it's unknown how long we're going to stay here tonight. I would like to stay and catch the second American Dreamliner. That's about 7:40 or so. That's about the time the sun goes down here. Sunset today is a little bit before that. Let's see the actual time. It's 7:11. So I'd like to stay to see if we could see that Dreamliner in a kind of a blue hour glow. But I don't know how much longer after that we're going to be able to stay because it gets very dark out here. There should be one Queen departure during that show. I don't see it on jet tip. Let's do heavy, broad, tri-jet or above. Yeah. So we should get a heavy. It's departing. Oh, it's 8:11. I thought it was 7:11, but it's 8:11. Interesting. Interesting. Well, you know. So if you guys are interested, we have the Hawaii Civil Air Patrol here. You guys have seen some of them in our show before. This here is the headquarters of the Hawaii wing of the Civil Air Patrol. Isn't that a cool looking building? Very, very 50s retro modern. Kind of like that. Need to mow their lawn, but we've seen a lot of these guys in our stream before. They do their flights out of the other end of the runway down there, so we see them. Well, this is interesting. Don't really get parallel departures, but we almost got one. Look at this guy, the plane there, going right by the sun. And then we have another one over here, almost parallel departures off the fours. I feel like I'm in San Francisco. Uh-oh, Mrs. Reverse Ops is coming back. I said something. I must have said something. Everybody be quiet. I'm probably in trouble. What did I say? She's smiling. That's not a good sign. What did I do? Oh, okay. Thought I was in trouble. I would love about 100 nuggets. I didn't eat lunch today. Yeah. No, if you want a salad, just get me Wendy's nuggets. And a small, the small double cheeseburger. Yeah. And a fountain drink, maybe. I have a habit sometimes of not eating lunch. Uncle Plane Guy, the FedEx one is still here. In fact, you can kind of see it if I move the camera over to the left. That tail on the far left. All right, be safe. Godspeed. That tail on the far left is the MD-11. It's down there on the Aloha air cargo ramp. But I have a feeling that's going to be here a while, because what I was told is they're going to remove the engines, send the pylons back to the mainland, have them retrofitted, send them back here, mount them, and then put the motors on and the engines on and then fly it out of here. So hopefully we'll be here the day it flies out of here. There's a 717 coming in. It's kind of hard to catch these small plane arrivals. They're so, it's kind of, with this backlit sun. This location would be an awesome location if they closed the Reef Runway during the morning. So like I said, I have a bad habit of just working and forgetting to eat lunch, and then all of a sudden it's like 4 in the afternoon and you're like, it's too late for lunch because I don't want to spoil my dinner. So I'll eat a bobo or a packet of peanut butter crackers and try to survive. Hello, Keith. Good morning to you. All right, let's see if we can see that. Let's see if we can see that triple out there. There it is. I think that sound I heard before that. Oh, there's something in the background of that show. Is that a helicopter back there? It looks like a Black Hawk back there in the background. I think someone's playing softball behind me. It's not horseshoes. I thought it was horseshoes, but now I think it's softball. Thank you very much, Sydney. Sydney, a good friend and moderator, has gifted 1 Reverse Ops membership. Thank you very much. Looks like CMCCR90 is the recipient of this, so please join me in thanking Sydney at 34 left. I couldn't announce this show until I was certain things at work were taken care of, and I didn't have to stay late today. So once those things were settled on, we were able to announce the show this morning. But then again, like I said, there might not be a Thursday show tomorrow, and we might have to jockey things around, because like I said, I have a rule. Well, I don't necessarily have a rule. My body has a rule of no 3 shows in 3 days with work. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. That would make 4 shows in 5 days, which is a banger way to start off June, but holy cow. And I don't even do these like, I mean, I do have a full-time job, so I do work if I do a 3-hour show in the morning, I do work an 11 or 12-hour day. So some of these streamers are doing 7 hours. I'm like, oh. How in the heck? There's a Rainbow Love Copter right there. See if she's lurking or still mad at me. So the good and bad part about this time of year is the sun is going to set behind the mountains over there. So these mountains over here, the sun will set somewhere over those mountains over there. Those are about 4,000 feet, 3,500 feet. So they'll set on the other side of that. Sometimes in the winter, it'll set way over by the control tower to our left. The sun shifts way over here, and will set somewhere around the control tower in the winter months. So that's a better looking sunset, I think. But for not staring at the sun, we do get a little bit of a longer golden hour this time of year because it's behind the mountain. 12 hours is crazy. That's just outright. I don't understand a lot of things about that. How does your bladder hold up? How does your food intake hold up? How do your legs hold up? And most importantly, how do your batteries hold up for 12 hours? Geez, I got 2 expensive batteries, and they'll give me at most a 6-hour show. I think the longest we've done here. Ooh, where's this? Is this queen gonna go 4 right or is it gonna go 8 left? Let's find out together. Everybody, get your 4 right pom poms out. Hello, Reno to Heathrow. The longest I've ever done is just over 6 hours, and I love plane spotting. I love hanging out with you guys, but there's a reason I don't do 6-hour shows, because holy cow. I don't see how Sal does it. Sal stands right next to at least Kevin. Like, Kevin moves around a little bit. He walks around. He goes to the computer things. Sal, he's behind that tripod, like, in one place for like 9 hours. Oh, okay, Kelvin, yeah. Well, I'd say I'm not built for 7 hours. That's why I even have a chair. For these 3-hour shows, I have a chair that I break out towards the end of the show. I need one of those, and I know I can hear it in the background. Well, stop eating so many Pop-Tarts. Well, no, that's not going to happen. No, just ignore that thought, and we'll just go on about our lives. I need one of those trucks that the guys on the sideline of NFL games are in, where they have the gyro rotating seat with the 1200 millimeter zoom camera on it. I need that. Yeah, I think he's got a couple of those 24 hours, but as he will admit, he's not doing one again this year. He has admitted they take too much out of you, and he's not doing one this year. I'm surprised he doesn't have I know people are different, but I'm surprised he doesn't have a chair just to sit down for a couple of minutes, an hour. I just have a little stool that sometimes towards the end of the show I'll rust it out, and then while I'm vamping, like right now, I'd be sitting down. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jonathan. Man, those... It's like a modern day ball turret, I think, is if we're thinking about the same ones. Okay, apparently we didn't cheer hard enough for 4 right, but we are going to get that queen on 8 left. Looks like it's second for arrival. There's a Eagle Med plane in front of it. That's a Beach King Air. But we are going to get a Tiger 1-1 or Tiger 2-1 is lit up again, and that is going to come out to play, and we're going to C-17 departure on 8 left. You can see it's a little hard to see. It's behind that 717 there. You can see the tail over the trees. Well, Uncle Plane Guy, I'll be honest with you. Kevin's 24-hour cameras are great, and I look at them when I fly in and out of LA. But I like the personality of someone being behind the camera. The automated cams, whether it's Kevin's cam, the one in Vegas or the one in Heathrow, I don't know what it is. I can't watch them. And I mean, nothing against Kevin. Kevin's a friend of mine, and I don't want to sound like I'm disparaging him. It's just not for me. If you look at his numbers, you can see lots of other people enjoy it. So it's me. It's not Kevin. I think it's technologically it's very brilliant, but it. I had a company. I don't know if I should say this. I had a company approach me to do a 24-hour cam here, and I turned them down. And it was they wanted me to buy the cameras, secure the location, do all the maintenance, and they would put me on their YouTube channel and split the revenue with me. And I was like, that makes 0 sense. 0 sense. So I politely turned them down. So if you see a 24-hour cam pop up here, they're taking advantage of some sucker, because it's not me. There's a 717 that might be cutting in front of that C-17. I don't know if you can see it there in the shadows. But I think the next one out will be the, yeah. Alright, so I think everything's waiting on that queen, though, so as they should. Respect and all. There it is. Everybody's waiting on the queen. Everybody bow. Don't look the queen in the eye. Whatever you do, don't touch the queen. Another FedEx. This time it's actually a triple. It looks like it's going to jockey in there, see which one's next. The 717 or the triple. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm looking at the comment right next to yours. Ron's Rockets. It's funny you mentioned that. We have 3 of them here. Okay, let's see which one's going to go first. We don't know which one's going to go first yet. So we have 3 MD-11s here. The first one is right over here. That's a UPS MD-11 right there. And then there's another one around the corner down there, which we can't see, a second MD-11. And then there's that one, the FedEx one down there that you can see behind that building. Those are the 3 we have here. We did have a legitimate actual DC-10 here the other day. Is that Saturday? So we had a Omni Air refueling DC-10 here that left with a couple of F-35s. They left on Saturday. That's 2 petrol. There's 3. You just can't see the third one. The third one is parked around the corner closer to Terminal 1. So there's one next to me. There's one behind the Aloha Air Cargo building, and then there's one around the corner. So there's 3 here. But there was an actual legitimate DC-10 here, DC-10-40 on Saturday. It was not a KC-10 that had been converted. It was an actual DC-10 that was converted into a tanker by Omni Air Refueling. Oh, sorry, not Omni. Omega. Sorry, Omega Air Refueling. Pardon me. But that left dragging a couple of F-35s out of here. One coming in next. Still have to wait. It's coming in there. Focus. There we go. That is a Virgin America flight 1339 that's coming in from San Diego. It is a MAX 9. That's it right here. All right, take care, Brandon. I don't know. That was I haven't heard of it leaving, and it's one of those planes that ends up on Hickam, and I can't see it from here. But I haven't heard of that one leaving yet. But I'm not. Alright, so the next one's going to be that C-17 that you see in the shot right there. Oh, don't get in front of me. Get out of the way. Expedite. No delay. You're just mad I called you Virgin America, aren't you? Alright, next out are a couple of 717s. The first one's heading off to Lehue. The second one is heading off to Hilo. One I think is already rolling. Minimal spacing between these 717s. It's a little tighter than the big boys. That's a very aesthetically pleasing shot. Next one coming in is a 717. It's coming. I need to. Next time we come here, I'll need to back the truck up about 10 feet. Oh. Uh-oh, I got the Mrs. Reverse Ops head shake. She had a problem at the Wendy's.
Left an hour ago.
Thank you.
Your drink's behind.
Alright, well, we have a bit of a lull here for just a second or two before the next United comes in. I'm going to eat some nuggets. We do have a baby tri-jet doo-doo-doo-doo, baby tri-jet doo-doo-doo-doo coming up from the south. That'll be our next arrival on the 4s. Is that mine?
That's a very long way in a very tiny plane. But I bet the seats more than make up for that. I bet it's really comfy. 8.5 hours from Auckland. I should have played guess what type of dipping sauce I'm having. As far as size or traffic? If it's traffic, I'm going to have to say it's got to be Maui, got to be Honolulu. If it's size, I think Kona might be bigger size-wise, but Maui definitely gets way more traffic. Man, Brian nailed it right off the bat. Baby, tri-jet, do-do-do-do-do, baby, tri-jet, do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, my go-to sauce is ranch or ketchup. I'm still a 5-year-old. I like ketchup with my nuggets. Uncle Blank, we're just gonna have to see how dark it gets after the sun goes down. Sunset is 7:11 here, but we're gonna get a little bit of golden hour, and then in a blue hour. We'll see how dark it gets by 8 o'clock. This one right here that we're seeing in the middle of the shot should be the next Dreamliner from American heading off to DFW. They've pushed this one up an hour. When we left on this same flight, AA102, 2 weeks ago, I swear it was at 7:30. Maybe I'm just thinking about the flight back. Maybe I'm mixing those two up. Hello, Mark. Yeah, as Brian said, this is the triple we saw overhead a second ago. What time did this one leave? 4 o'clock. No, I don't think this is. Me and Mrs. Reverse Ops are on a United Triple next month, or this month, later this month. Sorry, I had a bag go crazy on me. We're on a United Triple later this month, but I don't think it's this late. I thought we left earlier and got here earlier, but I could be wrong. I usually am. Alright, take care, CFI on the fly. We'll see you next time. I gotta go throw some trash away. I will be right back, but I'll be back before this American gets here. We're about to get the sun over the mountain here. Have another Prime Air about to cross over our head. This one, unlike the one that's here already, the one that's here already is operated by Hawaiian Airlines. The one coming over our head is actually operated by Air Transport International. You can actually tell the difference between the two by the tail. The tail on the Hawaiian 330s is the blue with the Amazon smile, and the Air Transport Internationals are dark blue with the smile. In fact, I can hear it over my head behind me somewhere. We'll try to get it over. When it gets a little closer, we'll try to get it over our heads. There's the another 717 coming in. And then the American has finally lazily made it down to the end of the runway, so it next one coming in on this side. I think I see it behind the Hertz sign over here. It's behind the Hertz sales. I should have got sponsorship from Hertz sales. Is Aloha Air Cargo. Just waiting for it to get from behind the sign. Yeah, I don't know how YouTube, pardon me, does their notifications, but I put this one up I put the whole space for this one up way later than I usually do. I usually do it about 24 hours in advance. This one I just did this morning because I wasn't sure till this morning. I had to wait and make sure a few things were POW before I scheduled this so I could actually get out of work a little early. I went in a little early to take care of them. So it all works out in the end. There he is. We're going to pan away from this guy for just a second. Should be. There he is right there. See, this one has the dark blue tail. This one over here has the light blue tail. So this one's Hawaiian, the other one's Air Transport International. The other one is a 7.6, however, but not the same plane, but you know, you get what I mean. Hello back to Southern California. I hope you're having a good night. Yeah, I would have kicked myself if I would have missed a night of the reef runway being closed, we're getting all these planes out. Getting all these planes out on the what is that? Getting all the planes out on 8 left. It's not as epic as if this was in the early morning, mid-afternoon where we'd see the A380s overhead, but it's still pretty darn cool. Ooh, birds. Little bit of that sunset over the mountain. There we go. So sunset technically isn't for another 12 minutes or so, but that mountain's about 4,000 feet, 3,500 feet right where it is, so you get a couple bonus minutes of golden hour here. Oh, 300 likes. Thanks, everybody. You guys are the bomb.com, as my coworker used to tell me. Keith, occasionally they do, but they usually group it into a week or two. They don't usually do it sporadically, here a day, there a day. It's usually for a whole week or possibly 2, depending on how many people need to qualify for the whatever the qualification is for night flights. In the past, it's usually been two times a year or so. I would imagine we're probably coming up close to one. I don't know. We only have 3 weeks till RIMPAC. So I wouldn't think we're gonna get any before RIMPAC. But you never know. They don't discuss their plans with me. They leave me out of the loop. It'd be a lot easier if they just gave me a call. Come on, little focus motor. You can do it. Focus. There we go. Air Transport International just got its clearance. Look at that pretty. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, so we do have a 717 coming up from the south. We'll see which one gets here first. Behind the Prime Air is the United 757 coming in from San Francisco. The Virgin America Dreamliner coming in from Seattle is just 22 minutes out. So I think we'll definitely be here for that. We're going to try to stay. I think 7:30 is probably going to be where we're going to have to reevaluate. But I don't think there's any question we'll be here in 22 minutes for the Virgin America Dreamliner. I wonder if Mrs. Reverse Ops has fallen asleep. She's not looking at me, so I can't tell. If we were at home on the couch right now, she might be asleep. Thank you very much. I appreciate the like. Oh, and so does City. I appreciated it. She much appreciated it. Wow. Yeah, last time they did night flights, Kelvin, it was just too early in the year, and it was so dark by 6:30 when they went out that all you saw was the afterburners, which is cool and all, but if you're trying to take pictures or video, you really want to see a little bit of the plane. She might be asleep because she didn't look at me when I said that. I was waiting for the YouTube delay. I wonder if she's playing her. She plays these games on the phone to de-stress from a long day at work. Like I said, next one in is that 757. I could see the light out there. I think it's turned on its landing light. Let's go over this side and we'll wait for that pencil. There it is right there. That I'm leaning towards probably not Island Aviation. I would love to, but that would make 5 shows in 6 days, and 4 of those would be work days where I worked a full work day as well. So I'm gonna say probably not. If I'm up for it, we might do another pop-up show on Friday. We'll see how things turn out. But 100% we'll be here on Saturday morning for Air Guard Saturday. I can't see the taxiway markings as well from this angle, so I know where to leave. When we're over the other one, I kind of know where to leave the camera to catch them making this right turn, and over here I don't have my visual markers. Oh, Mark's here. Hello, Mark. And Super 80 Adrian is here as well. Hello. Tell you what, this show went by quickly. Holy cow, it's 7:12 already. We started about 4:25, I think. So we're coming up on 3 hours, right? Wow. So I don't see anything until 8:15. That Atlas coming in from DFW is running late.
supposed to be here at 7:24 is running late. There is a 7.6 coming. Oh, that's going on Kona. I thought there was one coming here. Maybe it's over here somewhere. Nope. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to stay for the Atlas, because honestly by 8:15 it's going to be pretty darn dark out here. So I think we're going to call the Virgin America Dreamliner our Honolulu plane today. It's a little early to call it, but that's about the time frame we're looking at getting out of here. Yeah, a lot of these planes here that are in the shot here, and then there's more around the corner. They'll go out as red-eye flights tonight. Not the South. I don't think the Southwest does any red-eye flights out of here yet. They had promised that they would, but they have not yet. They came out last year and said they were going to introduce red-eye flights out of here, but they never did. I mean, as far as I know, maybe they slipped one in on me to the mainland. But a lot of them will go out. We'll get some 321s coming in here, American. We'll have those United. A couple of those United will slip out of here as red-eye flights. Oh, they do now. Okay. Thanks, Travis. I didn't hear about those starting those up. That's good news. The San Diego flight doesn't do me any good, but maybe the LAX flight would be okay. I still don't know what if it'd have to be, man, it would have to be so much cheaper than American for me to do it in a 737 as opposed to a 321. I know the 321s are still not big wide bodies, but man, they're way more comfortable. Especially those the American 321s they have out of here. You get that row 17. That's the sweet spot for the economy. You're never going to get upgraded to first class because there's only like 16 or 20 first class seats, but get into that row 17 on the window. It's a exit row, but not an exit row big enough where you have to have the table in the chair, so you still have the armrests that go up. Yeah, I'll try to remember to do that, Uncle Plane Guy. But I'm gonna go out and say if I do a show tomorrow, it's only because I can't wake up at 4 in the morning and can't sleep. So that's probably not going to happen. So I wouldn't count on it. Yes, I will be at Cranky Dork Fest. Both me and Mrs. Reverse Ops will be there. And we'll fly there on that aforementioned American Airlines 321. I booked that a while back. we get in Thursday morning, and then we leave Monday afternoon. So we'll be there for a couple extra days. We'll see. We'll see what we do. We're going to do at least 3 streams. I think we're going to do 3 streams. Sunday. Maybe Sunday night. We'll see. I don't want to go up against Kevin. I know he does Sundays, his big Sunday show. So, but we'll see. We're going to do one Thursday morning, Friday morning, and then Saturday's going to be tough. But maybe Sunday or Monday morning. We'll see. It really depends, Uncle Plain Guy. It's traditionally, if I was going to say, if I was going to give you days of the week to be looking out for fighters, I would not think Friday is a day. That's why I started streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because traditionally there's no set pattern, but there's a pattern, but there's no set schedule, where most of the time, if the fighters go out, it's Tuesday through Thursday in the morning. That's why I started streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Mondays and Fridays are usually less likely, but it still happens. Last Friday there was fighters, and this Monday there was fighters, so it's not as... It really just depends on what they need to accomplish. And a lot of the, I mean, there might be, I wouldn't know for sure, but there might be fighters this Friday, because it seems like a lot of the planes are back and they're cycling some of the pilots through more. That's why we had, I think we had eight F-22s the last 2 days, Monday, Tuesday. I think we had 8 F-22s each day. The only day I've never seen a fighter fly is on a Sunday. But if you were coming out here to Plane Spot, I would tell you Tuesday through Thursday, 8 to 11 is your best opportunity. And then they still might not go. I think the United triple that we were waiting on is coming in before the Virgin America. That is actually going to come in 4 right. So this is about the time they switch over and start using 4 right more often, for especially the bigger planes, to keep the noise down over Eva Beach. They want to be friendly neighbors, so they'll bring a lot of the planes in now that there's less traffic going on, less small planes, less cargo. They'll start bringing them in on the 4s, and they usually do that overnight. So the FedEx triple coming in from LA with the Extra X will be the next one on the 4 right, and the Virgin America Dreamliner looks like it'll be right after it. It's on the same path. Let's bring. We're waiting. We got a couple of seconds more. We're still waiting for that triple to clear that sign down there. So let's pull up this. see what we got coming in here. Southwest United, that's the one. Delta, that's 17 minutes out. And the next heavy departure, so there's back-to-back heavy departures in about a half an hour. Indianapolis. Huh. I have a feeling I know that. Maybe I knew that from another stream, though. How is that one to spot at? Has that got some activity? Heavies? I've never seen a stream from there. Super zoom's a little grainy. Oh, that's pretty good. FedEx action will work. Alright, so the Southwest is cut in front of that Dreamliner, so the Dreamliner will be second for arrival. I'm looking at those. We have a Coletta lit up now that I do not remember seeing on the outbound, but I might have missed it. This is the 777, the all-white one. It says 7:40 departure time. Was that on the list? I don't remember seeing that on the list. Alright, so let's flip over here and catch the Southwest. Let's go again. Say hello to the people in the tower. Can't really see them. But hello. That bright light there is the Southwest. You can see it's getting a little grainy on the picture. That's what happens when the camera struggles with the light. It's trying to overcompensate to get more light in. I do not have I have a nighttime camera, but it doesn't work with my setup. I have a mirrorless camera that would perform much better at night, but it doesn't perform well in the truck. you know what I mean? Now, if we did more of these, I would adapt something to do it, but as of right now, there wasn't something we could do today. Here is the, you see it's just above the Hertz sign there. It's kind of come in. So maybe we'll stay and we'll see this Coletta leave, and maybe maybe we'll stay for one of those triples too. See how late Mrs. Reverse Ops lets me stay out on a school night. That's not a very big sign, but it sure takes up a lot of the approach, doesn't it? I think next, if I park here again, I'll have to park 10 feet backwards. Oh, that looks a little better. There's that Coletta right there. Oh, that looks a lot better. Should have hit that button earlier. Funny you mentioned that, Ken. I have an Aqua Fresh emoji ready to go, but I don't have enough slots available to add another emoji. Alright, so that one of those Uniteds should be going out in about 20 minutes, I think. Wonder if one of these, wonder if that one coming in is waiting for one of them to leave. Because they should be, what time did I say? Where's that? Where's my air nav? Where's my air nav? What time did it say? 17 minutes. Yeah. Oh, the Coletta is actually scheduled after that. 17 minutes. Well, the number of slots I have for emojis is directly based on how many channel members I have. So
If you guys want to see more emojis, convince your friends and neighbors to join the Reverse Ops memberships, and we can get more emojis in there. Alright. I think we're going to give it till 8. I think 8 o'clock is where we're going to pull the plug. So we got to try to see some of those triples depart. I really like to see that. Yes, Mark, that's why we're out here. The reef runway is closed. They're doing maintenance on the taxiways for the reef runway. So all the Romeo taxiways are being worked on this week. You know, I don't mind the back third of this airplane, this one here in the shot. The back third looks very nice. I like the Aurora Borealis. I don't know why, I mean, I know why they called it the Global livery, but that's a dumb name. But I just think they gave up halfway through the plane. The front half of the plane looks ridiculous. It looks like you just gave up. Now I understand they probably wanted it to look like their other planes, the small, but it doesn't look great on the 737s, but it looks even worse on the Dreamliner. I think the Dreamliner, but you'll never convince me that the Hawaiian livery didn't look better anyway, so. Alright, next one over there is going to be a Southwest. It is coming in from Hilo. It's that top one on the top list there. Maybe it's the second one on the top list. Right about there. Oh. Thanks, Sydney. Ooh, what's for breakfast? Hello, Terry. Alright, so that Coletta's moving early. So that's good news. Thank you, Coletta. It's right over here, so at least get
this one. Lighten up the tail with nothing on the tail. And we're almost out of blue hour now. Blue hour ends at 7:36. So if you're not an astronomy geek, you might not know this, but there's golden hour, which is the last little bit before and after sunset. So the time around sunset is called golden hour, but most people know that. That's the photographer's sweet spot. If you're a photographer, people love golden hour. Then there's blue hour, which is I forget how much. It all depends on degrees. I forget how many degrees after sunset it is. So blue hour started back at 7:27. And then at the end of blue hour you have nautical twilight. That's when blue hour ends. That's based on how many degrees the sun has passed the horizon. This is a delta coming in, delta 76, I believe. And then you'll have astronomical twilight, which is just about as dark as you can get. And then you'll have actual nighttime. And nighttime is the time when it will get no darker. The sun will be far enough past the horizon where it will get no darker before it gets brighter. So it'll get no darker till the next morning. So if you're an astrophotographer like me, the best time is when you have a moonless night where astronomical twilight starts as early as possible. So sometime in the winter months, around December 20th, you'll get that nighttime astronomical twilight starting very early, like 6 o'clock here, 6:30. And then you have all night to fill up your SD card with pictures of light that actually probably extinguished billions of years ago. Because if
you're looking up at a star right now, that star could be dead. That star could have went supernova 100,000 years ago, and you might not know it for another 200,000 years. So if you're looking up there and you're thinking, man, there's life on planets revolving around that star, you're like, they could have been dead a couple 100,000 years ago. Way to bring the room down, Patrick. Whoa. Now we're waiting on the Coletta. That's there on the left side of your screen. That one on the right side of the screen, I believe, is that Delta that is headed off to Salt Lake City. That's a 7-6. I believe that's the one on the right side of the screen. Or maybe that's the Delta. Is that the Delta? I don't know. All my visual markers are off. No, okay, that's a Southwest. The bright lights are a Hawaiian. We'll get this figured out. The Coletta's way over here. And then the 717 leaving here. And this is the Delta heading off to Salt Lake City. I did post some of my astrophotography pictures on Discord a couple of weeks ago, if you're interested. The Discord link is either at reverseops.com/findme, or it's in the description of the video. We have Ghost Hunter powers. I feel like I'm on a Discovery Channel show now. So you guys like the night vision, or you don't like the night vision? There, it's pushing back right there. So we got night vision or no night vision. What do you guys think? So what do you guys like the night vision green or the regular ambient colors? What do you guys think? We go back to the night vision for a second. See how give you guys a chance to see. It does help a little bit, doesn't it? You get past that green tint. Night vision. Okay, we'll keep it on night vision for a little while. Alright. We'll get the Coletta on night vision. Coletta's going next. If you guys know where Makapu is, it's a bay on the windward side of the island. I have a picture that I took from the parking lot of Makapu, where you could see the Milky Way arch over Makapu, and then you could see all 8 planets in the shot. So all the planets you can pick out clearly in the shot. The easiest one to pick out. Do you guys know what the easiest one to pick out is in the shot? If you see a shot of all the planets, what the easiest one to pick out is? Hello, Charlie Bravo. We're trying out the green night vision, Charlie Bravo. The focus isn't as good, though. It loses focus easier. But the contrast is definitely better. Engine glow. It's kind of a trick question because the Earth is the easiest one to pick out in a shot of all the planets because you're standing on Earth and it's in the picture. Alright, next one out is a Delta. It's heading off. It's a 7.6 heading off to Salt Lake City. We do have an American 321 coming in from LA with the extra X. I'm probably gonna wait. It's probably gonna wait for that one, so we'll flip over and take this one first. See if we can get some. See if it'll actually focus on us. Yeah, the night vision's good, but it doesn't focus as well in night vision. Of course, it'd probably focus just as poorly being this dark. That's what I'm good at, Kirsten.
Well, let's see. It's only 20 minutes. I keep saying only. I sound like Cali Flights. Am I developing a case of FOMO? Is there any medicine I can take for FOMO? Yeah, I guess we'll stay. We'll stay. I can't stay any later than that, though. So please don't ask. So we'll. Oh, great. That plane way over there. Oh, that's a Cessna. Alright, let's see how it looks now without the night vision while we got a second. See how dark it is. Yeah, it's pretty dark. Jocks, it's a setting on the camera for night vision. It boosts the light sensitivity of the sensor, but it does it by changing the colors. I believe that's what I'm almost 100%. It changes the colors so you don't get super noisy. But I haven't seen any mosquitoes down here today, Kelvin. After the big rain, what, a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, there was tons of them down here. It's been pretty good today. So the next one out, it looks like it's going to be that Prime Air. It's almost at the end of Alpha. So we'll try the Prime Air in the normal mode, and we'll see how it compares to the night vision we just had. So thanks everybody for hanging out tonight. I know it's an odd time for me, but I really appreciate you guys being here. Like I said, I think we're going to call the show tomorrow. I think it's, considering I would have to be up, I would have to be up in 9 hours from now for that show, and I have it still in the back of a truck. So, no show tomorrow. We'll check the weather maybe Friday, but we might just have to hold off till Sunday because this is 3 shows in a row, 4 shows in 5 days, so we might have to wait till Saturday, but we will be out here Saturday. We'll be down in the parking lot doing a little raptor hunting, so it should be a lot of fun. If you haven't had a chance to hit that like button, I would really appreciate it if you could reach over there and smash it for me. If you're not having a good time, hit it 3 times. That tells YouTube that you're really having a bad time. They will punish me accordingly. Alright, we're going to try this one normal and see if how the camera does. Actually, that didn't do so bad. I'm actually kind of impressed. A little bit of grain, a little bit of noise in the picture, but not too bad. Go, little camcorder, go. There's one of the 2 United triples that we're waiting on. This one's going off to Houston. The one behind it is going off to Denver. This is a flight Mrs. Reverse Ops will be on in like a week and a half. When is that? When are you leaving? Like a week and a half. Whatever the Friday before the 27th is, Mrs. Reverse. Oh, there's the other one backing up right there. We got both of them in the shot. What happens? Boop. Burn. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I like the night vision, but I also don't think the camera holds up pretty well. Not as good as a full frame mirrorless camera, but I mean not bad for a 1-inch sensor. Alright, we got Coletta coming over Waimanalo right now. That's coming in from DF Dubs. I wonder if Walt was streaming tonight, if you saw that one leave. I didn't check to see if Walt was streaming tonight.
Yeah, this is far from military grade night vision, but for a camcorder, it's not that bad. Predominantly, I stream using camcorders. I have been known to use a mirrorless camera here and there, but primarily I use camcorders for a couple different reasons. The zoom range is probably the biggest factor for me, because when we're down in the parking lot, I need a very wide angle to get the 747s passing right in front of us, but then I need a very telephoto to get them when they're 2 miles down the runway. And there are no real mirrorless camera lenses on a full frame that'll give you that kind of range. There's 200s, 600s, and I think there's a 50 to 600 that Sigma makes, but even 50 millimeters I couldn't get the entire plane in the camera, I mean the frame. So that's why I started using camcorders. The other thing is they don't overheat. The mirrorless cameras tend to overheat. If you'll notice, some of the other plane spotters put umbrellas over them and stuff. These camcorders, they have a really good cooling system in them. Basically a little radiator, and they will stay cool all day long. Yeah, Kelvin, it looks pretty. I mean, I'll probably switch it back here to the. Probably should switch it back here, but not bad. Yeah. So the camera is a Sony NX800. And then this camera here is a Pocket, DJI Pocket. This one's really good. I'm really surprised how good this one is at night, for being how small it is. This is a good camera. I wish it just doesn't have the zoom. It looks like the Atlas might come in 4 right. That's good. Ooh, do we have a? Looks like we have an Air Canada showing up too. Look at that. Coo, 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 coo. Little thank you to all the people staying up late tonight. I don't get to pick who gets them, but Jonathan, Mark, Michelle, Kirsten, and Johan. Johan? Is it Johan or Johan? Please enjoy a month on me. Thank you for being here. If you're here, I hope you're here. Hanging out with us.
So even the gifted membership. So if you're here on a gifted membership, you still qualify for the free shipping for channel members. So if you've been waiting around thinking you might want to buy a t-shirt, hat, hoodie from Reverse Op Shop, and you were just gifted a membership yesterday or today, we had a lot of gifted memberships in the last 2 days, you still qualify, even if you're on a gifted membership, to get the free shipping on all orders over $20 at the Reverse Op Shop. Just go over to the post section on YouTube, or the community section, and look for a post on June 1st that has the code in it. Enter that code at checkout at reverseopshop.com and you'll get free shipping. That's for all channel members. Paid channel members, sorry. Or gifted, one of the two. I don't know. I should stop talking. Let's see if we can see the engine glow. You can see the engine glow real well with the night vision. All right, so the Atlas is in next. It is lined up coming in 4 right. Thanks, everybody. Self-donations. My Sunday school teacher would be very annoyed with me. Alright, so let's go back to this, and we will go back over here. And there she is. Just need to come in focus. Come on. It does not want to focus on that plane. There we go.
without on the big screen. Okay, we're gonna do the next. United without, because I want to see if we could see the engine glow without the night vision. And then that'll probably be our Honolulu plane of the day. So yeah, we're going to do the next one. Oh. Thank you very much, Hawaiian Pyro 808. Beautiful job, Patrick. Also have an idea for these night streams. Pauhana evenings. You know, I one of the show titles I had at the very beginning of this whole thing was Pauhana. It was Pauhana Mondays, and because I used to be off every Monday, and we do a night stream on Monday. But I didn't use it too much because I was worried that people outside of Hawaii wouldn't know what Pauhana meant. But I've come to the realization that everybody will learn a little bit. But thank you very much for the $20 super chat. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all your support, Gabriel, throughout the last couple of years. I really appreciate all of it. Okay, they might be holding this one for Air Canada coming in. Coo, 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 coo. All the bowling alleys were destroyed, so we had to go search for beer. Take off, you fleshy-headed mutant. Pauhana means after work. Pow work. I explained it by giving another word that I'd have to explain. So it means after work. So basically, you, instead of going to a happy hour, you go to Pauhana. This guy better get going. There is a plane coming up right behind this. United. Little mass bandit here. Thanks again, Gabriel. Appreciate it. See the one in the air back there. Pretty soon, because we are on our Honolulu plane of the day. Everybody say it with me. Honolulu! I didn't get it. a faint bit of engine glow. A faint bit. Oh, he just wanted to come over and say hello, Gabriel. Alright, I think we are POW for today. So, thanks everybody for hanging out. I like these night shows. I say it every time we do it. We need to do more of them. It's a lot of fun. And the best part is the sneaky little best part is normally my morning shows, as the show goes on, it gets hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter. These night shows, as the show goes on, it gets cooler and cooler and cooler. So instead of being all sweaty packing up, it's nice and cool out here right now. I get to pack up in the cool weather. So, and they put the lights on for me. That's nice. But thanks again for being here. Like I said, tomorrow, no show tomorrow. I don't think I can do it. It's just too much on the body. But I'd like to thank my mods, Josh, O'Malley, Ms. Wolves, Rainbow Love, Kirsten, Sydney, Alan, Brandon, Jane, and Keith PDX, who's the mod over on the companion channel, HNL Ops. If you haven't checked that out, it's well worth your time. I'd like to give a special shout out to Mrs. Reverse Ops, who's somewhere right behind me. But thanks again for being here. Thanks for staying up late for me if you're on the East Coast. If you're in Europe, thanks for waking up early. If you're anywhere else in the world, I have no idea. But thanks for being here anyway. We'll see you all bright and early Saturday morning, guaranteed, for Air Guard Saturday, Guard Weekend. Everyone be happy, be safe, be good to each other, and we'll see you all very soon. We're going to send you over, since there's no 360 camera tonight, we're going to send you over to the live ATC and flight radar. It's pretty cool. I know there's other ways to see that information, but the one trump card I have on this is you can rewind in sync. So if you rewind an hour, the audio and the map will be in sync. So give it a shot, check it out. I use it a lot. I hope you will too. We'll see you all very soon. Aloha.